So nearing the end now of this Webasto heater fitting project. I was going to do it myself. I spoke to Lancia Leisure just up the road there, and they said they'd do it for me, or they'd be happy to do it for me, and I agreed. I think it was probably September last year. Then they got really busy. It was supposed to be the quiet period, but they got an order for something like 20 camper van conversions. So poor old Crockett here was on hold while Jimmy was busy doing other things. I've been busy doing other things, and I've kind of missed the winter. So we're coming up to the finishing touches, and I've missed the winter. But I will go through it. I will show you what it does. I'm very, very pleased with it. I think it will now make the Ami a year-round user, whereas before it was virtually impossible to drive in the winter when it's raining. If you get wet, if it's raining outside, the car steams up. And I really think, I love the Ami to bits. I think it's a fantastic idea. Fantastic concept. I think everybody should have one. If you don't want to buy an EV just yet, if it's not 100% suitable for your purposes, which that kind of describes me. I can come to work in this all day long. I can nip into town, I can go shopping. It's perfect. But when I'm on business, when I'm doing anything, when I'm going away, I really don't want the hassle of having to think about charging. I just want to pull in at the nearest petrol station, fill up and be on my way. So with that in mind, the kind of design, what I wanted was pipes going through to the front to direct air flow onto the windscreen to keep the windscreen clear. But Webasto was kind enough to send me this heater, and it really is, for the Ami, it's absolute overkill. We had it going the other day, and the heat that's pumped out of it, I think it will do the job without having pipes going straight to the front windscreen. There's a hole in the back in the bulkhead, and the air comes through, and honestly, it was roasting in there. I can control it from my phone, I can switch it on from my phone, I can switch it off. You've also got ventilation, so it doesn't have to be a heater. It will just move air around inside. One of the difficulties we faced was sighting the tank, because I didn't want, you know, on old cars, the filler neck used to stick out, and there used to be a cap that you put on. I didn't want that, because I could also see myself ending up with diesel all over the bodywork. So the idea was that the tank would go behind the number plate, which is there. Then we had a whole load of other issues, putting a hinge on it so the number plate, you can pull the number plate across. That's not ideal, because then you've got to screw bolts through the number plate, and will probably look hideous. Anyway, I saw these on the internet for number plates. Here they are, and pull them. You can see how tough they are to pull apart. So those go on the, actually those go on the car, those go on the plate, and it should, in theory, hold on, stick on, and I'll just be able to pull the plate off and fill the tank there. We'll see how we get on with this, because these have only just come, so I'm going to put them on now, or try and put them on now, and then edit the video and start using Crockett again. See, I'm trying to pull these apart. They're really tough. So we'll get those there. Clean it up first of all. Just make sure. I'm going to use the existing screw holes for the number plate. Going to end up with a couple of holes in here, but with a bit of luck, we'll be able to get round it. So sticky on the back, And you can also screw into it. I'm going to use the screws just to make sure. That's one there. Oh. Just line it up straight. So that's that. It's a bit flimsy on the back there, but hopefully the screw will keep it in place anyway. I'm not 100% happy with that, to be fair. I should have perhaps just done the hole through there first. I think that might have screwed the sticky stuff. And that's that one, I'm pretty sure it's that one. Oops. Yeah, that's gone on flatter. I'm gonna just... Yes. So I've made a mess there. So we'll get that off. That's turned it all round, so that's where I've gone wrong there. So poke a hole through it first. We'll try again. Should go flat this time. Yeah, so that's flat. That's stuck on. Then we've got the bits that go on the plate. We'll see how that goes. So I'll take the sticker off. I'll put it on, see if it goes on the right. So that goes on there like so. That goes on here. And this is where I always go wrong, because whenever I put plates on, somehow they seem to grab just when you don't want them to. So I'm going to rest it on there. Get it just about in the middle. And then press on. That's it. Whether it comes off now is another thing, and it does. So that's stuck on properly. I'm gonna put them on like so, the right way up. Will it just, there you go, and it clips straight on. So that's it, that's the finishing touches. I'm going to show you inside, I'm going to show you how to work it. I am really pleased with it. Sterling batteries. I got a leisure battery from them. They have a department to help. If you've got any queries, they have a guy there, and he's been absolutely brilliant. The problem I had is the heaters. The heater takes quite a lot of current when it first starts up. It has a catalyst which warms up, heats it up inside, then it starts burning the diesel. Once it starts burning the diesel, then it doesn't take as much current. But what I didn't want it to do, because once the little 12 volt battery on the Ami is flat, the car won't start. So well, it won't do anything, it won't switch on. So that has to be protected. And plus I want to do some other things probably eventually. I don't know, things like heated seats. You know, I even wanted a heated windscreen in it, heated front windscreen. So, and a couple of Sibby Super Oscars on the front, because the lights aren't much cop either. You know, there's no heater, the lights aren't fantastic. So I fancied a couple of Sibby Super Oscars on, like I used to have in my younger days, which light the world up. But it's not going to work off the 12-volt battery. So we've put a 100 amp leisure battery in, and Stirling batteries, I told them that the dilemma I was in. I wanted it to charge, I wanted it to recharge, but I didn't want to have to keep plugging it in. I wanted it to keep charging. So they suggested a DC to DC charger. We didn't know whether it would work. Steve at Bamber Bridge Auto Electrics wired it up for me. There's what they call a shunt, which then gives me a reading on a battery monitor inside, so I can tell when it's discharging, I can tell how many amps are in it, I can tell what percentage the battery is, I can look at it on my phone even. And once it's discharged, I want to see it charging again, which I can do. So that's working. If the battery goes flat while the heater is on, it has a cooling down process. If the battery goes flat, the cooling down process won't work, and then the catalyst will burn out. It'll be too hot. So, you know, didn't want to do that. So, as I say, it's got the 100 amp hour leisure battery in, the DC to DC charger, a battery monitor, everything should be fine. So I'm hoping it's fine. That's it done. A couple of things we came across, because the car had been on the road for about 6 months before I took it in. Now here, the back's easy enough to get off. However, the Ami Vibe with these trims on, the trims, there's some kind of clips along here, and then there's a screw holding it on at the bottom. The screw holding it on at the bottom goes into kind of a rubber insert that's then got a brass nut encapsulated in it. The screws were stuck. I've tried to order some from Citroen since, and they couldn't find the parts. They sent me some others which aren't the ones. So as you can see, at the moment, I've just got this taped on. So that's the next thing to do. We're going to sort that out. The trims on the front, there was some sticky plastic on the back. So once you've taken them off, the plastic's destroyed. I don't know whether I'm going to have to get another couple of trims on the front. I can't stand looking at plastic flapping about. So if I can't engineer them to go back on and look properly, then I'm going to have to get another couple of trims, which they won't be cheap, but you know, that's life. A couple of trims, or pull out in front of something that you can't see. The thing with the Ami is, once you're wet, the condensation inside, you can't get rid of it. The fan, it clears a little space in the middle of the screen, and of course you're at the left of it, so you can't see. The next thing is, because it's left-hand drive, when you're pulling out at a junction or on a roundabout, you've got the windows flip up. Now, in order to get ventilation in there, you've got to have the windows up, but when you put the windows up, depending on how tall you are, this window, there we go, just open that up. This window comes up like so. I'm going to have to put some WD on there. So it comes up like so. So if it's raining as well, you get rain on this side, rain on this side, and rain on this. So you're looking through 3 lots of glass that have got rain on. You can't see, and you're trying, and this car's coming on roundabouts. It really is dangerous. So all I'm trying to justify is, on this, on your ordinary Amis without these black trims on, it's no problem. 6 bolts, back comes off, undo the light, just unplug it, the light on that side and your number plate light on the back, and it comes off. It's no problem, easy enough to do. Anyway, so that's it. I hope you've kind of enjoyed doing it. As I say, me and Jimmy, I had intended to video each step as he cut and did the jobs, but Lancia Les were a few miles away, I'm here, and every time Jimmy was doing something, I seemed to be busy here, I couldn't get out, and Jimmy even stopped back a couple of nights and did some work on it. So I'm sorry it's not quite as detailed as I wanted, but I do hope you get the gist, and it does turn the Ami into a daily user, which it's not really before. This is ideal for me now, it really is, just pottering backwards and forwards. I've got a charging point here. I'm doing a collaboration with a battery pack firm in a couple of weeks, so hopefully I'll have an extended range there where I can just plug it in. But I also want to get on the roof a solar panel so that I can just come in, plug the Ami in, it charges from solar, doesn't cost anything else. Then it will be an absolutely perfect car. Well, quadricycle. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.